Hey, it's Zane here, and welcome back. Hope you're doing great today. Thanks for joining me. And today I want to talk further about this market uncertainty and chaos that's going on right now, and why you shouldn't be concerned about it. And when I say that, what I mean is that if you're already taking steps to decentralize your financial life by getting on the Bitcoin life-raft, then I believe that you're going to be on the right side of the ledger when it comes to this great wealth transfer, this great financial reset that is happening right now. Now, you probably know that most people are hopelessly naive and unaware of this. Most people are going about their day, going about their business, not really paying attention to what's going on globally and how it could impact their financial lives. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is over here as a decentralized free market, decentralized, immutable, powerful monetary technology that is just doing its thing. Okay, and it doesn't really care what's going on in the financial system or in politics. The price of Bitcoin is really just a reflection of all of the chaos that's going in the debt-based system. It's not really a reflection of its true value. It's more of an exchange rate that just fluctuates day to day. And so we need to focus on Bitcoin as the life raft and what it truly represents and is going to represent as it moves further and further to shore away from this sinking financial titanic. And so there's a lot going on right now. A lot of people are concerned. All of the headlines suggest that, people's savings are being eroded. Donald Trump is the devil because he's instituting these tariffs on a global scale. It's impacting sentiment in the market. People's retirement funds are collapsing. But all of this is just it's just a psyop. It's just a narrative that is being spun that I know most people are swallowing hook, line, and sinker, but you and I are smarter than that. We can see through all the bullshit, and we know that the more that we allow all of that chaos to play out over there and just come over here and just quietly and calmly and peacefully adopt truth and certainty and a monetary instrument that can't be corrupted. Nobody controls it because it's completely decentralized, and we can make ourselves autonomous from this debt-based system, the better off we're going to be, our families are going to be, and the more time and space we're going to have to be able to help other people that we care about and love. And I realize that not everybody is going to listen, and I know that many of you, and you share in the comments below, that you find it tough to orange pill people, and you find it difficult to explain Bitcoin to people because most people just don't want to listen. They have their own preconceived ideas as to what it is, and rather than do any kind of work and learn about it, they prefer to just fob it off and think that it's not important to them. And that's okay. It is a process. It happened to me in 2013 when I first had Bitcoin presented to me. I really just fobbed it off. I didn't think I needed it. I thought I knew better. My ego sort of shot straight into gear, and I didn't pay any attention to it. And it wasn't until 2018 that I realized that, hey, maybe there's something to this. And then, I began diving down the rabbit hole. I began reading and learning and tuning into different podcasts and listening to people like Andreas Antonopoulos. And that really opened my mind to what this thing really was. And so I've learned over these years not to pay too much attention to the chaos, the media, the markets, the sentiment, the headlines, all of these things that are designed to create anxiety and uncertainty for the masses. And we know that when the masses are subjected to anxiety and uncertainty, they basically just fall into line with whatever it is that they want to shove down our throats. We saw it again in 2020. We all know what happened then, and it was mind-blowing to me to see how many people just swallowed the whole thing hook, line, and sinker. So don't do it again. Let's not do that. Let's be autonomous in our thinking. Let's think in terms of separating ourselves from this system. Let's think in terms of the life raft, the flight to safety, the escape hatch. And let's realize that this debt-based system, it's going to collapse. It is a highly manipulated system, and you get the choice now whether to stay in it or to opt out of it. And I'm not suggesting that you can opt your life out of it fully in one hit. Sometimes it takes time to gradually extricate yourself from it. I still haven't fully extricated myself from it, but I can definitely see a pathway forward where that's going to happen in the future. And so the main point today is to just realize that everything that's going on right now is a psyop. It's a psychological operation just designed to create uncertainty and anxiety in the system so that they can bring in the next solution, whatever that might be. Now, we already know in Europe, they've announced, Christine Lagarde announced just a couple of weeks ago that they will be bringing in their surveillance money, their digital surveillance money in October this year, their central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, and it remains to be seen if that rolls out to other parts of the world. What I am certain of is that we are in the midst of a great wealth transfer. I'm certain that there's going to be winners and losers. I believe that those who have benefited greatly from the debt-based system and who continue to benefit from it greatly and who believe that they're immune to any of this chaos, I believe that they're going to realize that ignoring this decentralized asset class called Bitcoin is a mistake, because when things really start to implode and unravel, it's not just the price of your assets that you need to be concerned about. It's things like capital controls. It's things like bank runs. It's things like rule changes to property rights. It's things like asset portability. And when you really understand what Bitcoin represents, you begin to realize that it solves all of these problems. There's nothing more empowering than being in absolute control of your own wealth and knowing and being able to go to sleep at night knowing that nobody can take it from you, that you have the ability at any time, at the flick of a switch, to take your money with you without the need for divesting anything, selling anything, contacting anybody, no permission required, zero counterparty risk. And so Bitcoin was created for this chaotic moment that we're in. It's just that it's taken 16 years for it to get to this point now where it just cannot fail. I mean, why on earth would the US government be announcing a strategic Bitcoin reserve and now announcing that they're going to be acquiring up to 1 million Bitcoin over the next 5 years in a tax-neutral fashion? So in other words, how are they going to acquire that much Bitcoin? A lot of people believe that they're going to sell down some of their gold holdings in order to essentially stick it up the BRICS nations and to wrest power back from them. Again, we don't know that that's going to happen for sure, but it's definitely a school of thought that is out there right now. Let me know what you think about that. But, we just know that things are changing fast. We know that assets are going to be tokenized. We know that money is going to be digitized. And so the question is, do you want to be a part of a system that has absolute control over your life, or do you want to be autonomous and self-sovereign? And this is the choice that you get to make. And this is why every day I talk about not just the number go up technology, not just the opportunity for you to accelerate the value of your retirement account, for you to get out of debt, for you to diversify and accelerate your path to financial freedom. All of those things are important, but in a chaotic system that we're in a debt-based system that is, is at the end of its life cycle, these other aspects are important: the freedom and the sovereignty and the decentralization and the ability for you to be in absolute control of your money. I believe that is equally as important. So with all that said, what's going to happen from here is going to be very interesting. All I know is that these are challenging times. I would be encouraging anybody who is sitting on the sidelines and who has been thinking about onboarding themselves into Bitcoin. I believe that this is an opportune time to be doing that. I don't believe that we're going to see this kind of exchange rate for very long. It's an opportunity for you to transfer your infinite inflationary, becoming worthless fiat currency into something of true value that is going to protect, preserve, and grow your purchasing power into the future. And so this is an opportunity for you to stack sats. You know, you can get in there and you can buy yourself 10 million Satoshis for, you know, something like $8,000 right now. So 0.1 of a Bitcoin, 10%, is going for about $8,000 US today, if not a little less than that. And if that's too much, get yourself a million sats. A million Satoshis will cost you about $800 US. So, you know, there's really no excuse for anybody who understands what is happening and wants to move forward into this autonomous free market that is Bitcoin. There's no excuse for anybody not to be taking the first step. And for those of us who are already in Bitcoin and who have been in a while, I'm sure you would agree this is a wonderful opportunity to just add to your holdings, stack more sats, and just further your education as we're moving forward through this turbulent period. I'm going to leave it there today. I want to thank you for tuning in. Just remember, Bitcoin is the life raft, but you have to keep learning and growing and understanding that everything going on right now is just a distraction. It is just a psyop, and we're going to get through it. And on the other side of all of this, we're going to be, I believe, on the right side of the ledger. Thanks for tuning in. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Please like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe. I'd love it if you'd join my community. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. This is Zane signing out. Have a great day, and bye for now.